In the deep, empty void, deep, depressing void after the Big Bang, how did the very interesting, charming, explosive stuff came into being? The Earth came. How did the elements which comprises of Earth came into being? Heavier elements like iron, gold, etc., etc. How did they came? We all know stars are made up of hydrogen. Inside stars, inside the core of various stars, two hydrogen elements combine, they collide. They do a phenomenon known as nuclear fusion. Two hydrogen nuclei combine to form a helium nuclei. Helium nuclei. Alright. The question is, how did heavier elements like the iron, which actually made this bottle, which made this steel bottle, came into being? Let me illustrate what actually happens inside stars. The thing is, inside the core of a star, there is one hydrogen atom, another hydrogen atom. They go there is very high energy state. They are moving at very high velocity, due to which they combine and form a helium. I've by mistake written hydrogen. They form helium, and slowly, gradually, they form heavier elements like carbon, etc. But the heavier the element gets, the more energy you need to actually combine it. This is a star. The star is very dynamic entity in our universe. Star has its own very massive gravity, which pulls its everything that comprises of it inwards, obviously, right, to its core. How does the star remain stable? Being a gas, how does it not go inside? That's because of the energy that actually came from these nuclear fusions. You know how massive are hydrogen bombs? Imagine thousands, millions of massive hydrogen bombs going boom every single second. That's the amount of energy you actually require to keep a star stable. But what happens is, this is the outward force due to star star nuclear fusion, and this is the inward force by red marker due to its gravity. They are actually in equilibrium. When as red giants grow in size, that's because the outer force is slowly getting more than the gravitational force. That's why the red giants gradually grow over their lifespan. But what happens is, when there are only iron particles inside the core of the star, we do not have sufficient energy to go beyond stable state to create more heavier elements. That's why this outward force suddenly disappears. What happens when the force which was pushing such massive gravity goes blank, goes deleted? What happens when the outward force suddenly disappears? The massive gravity which was pulling the star has no one to oppose it. Has no one to oppose it. This very huge star suddenly disappears. Suddenly goes. The star is millions of kilometer wide. Suddenly is only 1,000 or less kilometer wide, and the massive explosion occurs. That is supernova. A supernova. Supernova is most explosive explosion ever in the universe. In only this supernova are heavier elements like gold and whatever heavier elements you see around actually appears. So the gold you actually wear in your jewelry was the aftermath of a star's explosion. The iron that is in your phone was the very murderer of very giant red giant star, it will perhaps be a murderer of your very own star, which will not actually go a supernova due to its size reasons. So the next time you see an iron object, remember it was actually literally was once inside the very core of the dying star. Thank you very much. I'm Shravan Tiwari from Multiverse Astronomer. I hope to see you again more frequently on this very channel or Instagram page.